Hey friends, Ashton here from mydrumsound, and today I've got 5 tips to help you record better sounding drums from your home studio. Tip number 1, tune your drums. As a drummer, I have no problem admitting that tuning drums can be quite difficult, especially for beginners or those who have limited experience tuning drums. We have all these lugs around a drum which create points of tension, allowing us to increase or decrease the pitch of each individual head. Not only do we have to tune each head, but we also need to make sure that both heads are resonating together in a musical way. If your drums aren't tuned before you hit record, you won't be able to fix it later. Thankfully, there are a few tools out there to help us ensure that our drums are in tune before hitting record. Using a drum dial or a tune bot not only speeds up the tuning process, but allows you to see and hear the changes that you're making. I found both of these tools essential when I was learning how to tune to not only train my ears, but help me make better tuning decisions. Tip number 2, treating your drums for recording. Now that your drums are in tune and sounding great, it's time to finalize your drum sound. This is a great time to experiment and try new things. Want big, sloshy hi-hats? Try stacking 2 crash cymbals together. Want a tight, dead tom sound? Try using moon gel or gaff tape on the batter heads to minimize sustain and emphasize the attack of the drum. Having an idea of what you want your drums to sound like before hitting record will help you get the sound you're chasing faster and save you tons of time when mixing. However your drums sound in the room will ultimately determine what your microphones hear. Tip number 3, treating your room. Recording your drums from home can be a challenge simply due to the fact that houses aren't really built with drums in mind. Hard reflective surfaces, low ceilings, square rooms, these are all things that we see in a typical house and unfortunately contribute to poor acoustics. Now, you might not be able to tear apart your house and build a state-of-the-art drum room, but there are a few things that you can do to improve the sound of the room that you're in. By adding absorptive materials to your room, you can drastically change the way that your room sounds. Using rugs, couches, packing blankets, or hanging curtains or acoustic panels on your wall can be a great way to improve the sound of the room that you're already in. Tip number 4, better mic placement. Your drums are tuned and sounding great, and so is your room. The last thing we have to do is throw up some microphones. Mic placement plays a significant role in shaping your drum sound and your recording. So don't settle on the first place that you point your microphone. Listen back to what you've recorded and make some adjustments before capturing your final takes. To help illustrate the importance of microphone placement, you can check out my videos on bass drum miking techniques and overhead microphone placement up here. Tip number 5, practice. It sounds really simple, but the more time you spend learning how to tune your drums, experimenting with different room treatment options and microphone placements, your recordings are going to sound better every single time. I hope you found these tips useful and are excited to record some drums at your home studio. Thanks for hanging out, and be sure to subscribe for more content like this. We'll see you next time.